Welcome to Tuesday Time number 5, or the Johnny 5 is Alive edition. That's a joke none of you are going to get, but it'll make Miss Douglas laugh, and it'll make some of your parents laugh. It made me laugh, kind of. Alright, the words this week. Let's go ahead and go through them. We've got infer, conjecture, disperse, magnanimous, proliferate, ungainly, impede, ailment, parasite, and befuddled. Now, the La Quinta High School academic word of the week is infer. It's a verb. It means to arrive at an answer by using past knowledge and experience. You kind of combine, it's kind of like an educated guess taken to the next level. So, as it says here, it's a really well-informed educated guess. One could infer, oh, wait a second, Douglas wrote a new example. One could infer that Mr. Bowman's a bit of a clothes horse, given his sock and tie collection, as well as his fancy tailored pants. Indeed, if you look at what I wear, I suppose you could figure out that I like clothes, and if you look at Douglas's example of clothes horse, you could infer that she is evidently an old woman from the 1930s when that was still a thing people said. So yeah, it's an educated guess that kind of like leads you to a reasonable conclusion using input that you have around you and also kind of past experience. All right, conjecture. Conjecture works as a verb and as a noun. As a verb, it is to form an opinion or an idea without having enough information to really do so very accurately. In a way, it's the opposite of infer. If infer is the way to responsibly come up with, okay, I think this is what makes sense here. Conjecture is you kind of make it up. I have an opinion or I have an idea, but I'm not really basing it in very much. As a noun, it's the guess itself that they haven't put enough thought or information into. It isn't really much better than a wild guess. When people use conjecture, you can kind of dismiss their opinions out of hand. Disperse is a verb. It's used when something spreads out quickly, like a crowd can disperse, they can spread out and go away, or a gas released from a pressurized tank disperses into the air. Magnanimous is an adjective. It's used to describe someone with a warm and kind spirit who doesn't hold grudges. It's the kind of person who forgives others very easily. It's a really nice thing to say about someone if they're magnanimous, which is weird because it sounds like it's mean, but it's actually very nice. Proliferate is a verb. It's to increase in number or to multiply rapidly. But not just that. The denotation would be that. The connotation is that it's too rapidly. It's growing in a way which is out of control. Ungainly. It's an adjective. Awkward and hard to use. Not graceful. Think about when you're trying to carry something really big. It's not that it's super heavy. It's that it just doesn't, you can't really wrap your arms around it in a way that's comfortable, and you can't carry it easily. That is ungainly. If it's something that you're trying to use it and it's ungainly, maybe it's like a pencil that's 4 feet long. That'd be ungainly, certainly. Sometimes ideas are ungainly. Your clothes can feel ungainly. You just feel awkward and you can't really do it quite right. Impede, it's a verb. It's to hinder or to prevent something from happening. Now, you can be using this to talk about something physical or something psychological. It's something that's getting in the way. If there's a car accident in the middle of the road, that is impeding traffic from getting through, right? It's in the way of everyone going along their way. You can have something impede you while you're thinking. You have stress, you're thinking about other things, and you can't study your vocab effectively. Now, there is a noun form of it. The noun form is impediment. So if something is an impediment, it keeps things from happening in the way that one would prefer. An ailment, it's a noun. It's the thing that is wrong with someone. It's their problem. Now, usually this is in reference to something health-related. Illness, disease, broken arm, something like that. It's the thing that's wrong with them. It could be something else. You know, if you ask someone what ails you, that'd be the verb form. You're asking, you know, what's wrong? What's bugging you, right? What's the problem? You say, well, my ailment is, you know, I'm sad, whatever. It's the thing that's wrong. But usually it's going to be used for health stuff. Parasite. Parasite is a noun. It's a life form that depends on the efforts of others. It doesn't actually do the work itself. Now, usually it's used literally to discuss something like a tick living on an animal's skin. It's not actually doing any work, right? It's not feeding, it's not hunting, it's none of that stuff. It's just sucking blood out of the other animal. Now, it's used figuratively to discuss someone or something which lives off of the efforts of others and doesn't produce for themselves. You'll hear this sometimes in politics. They'll talk about people who receive government assistance as parasites, which is a terrible thing to say. Let's be clear right there. Children are basically parasites off of their parents. They don't really do anything, and parents take care of them anyway. So lots of things are parasites, all right? If you want to use it as an adjective, you say that something is parasitic. But that's not really all that common. I don't know of a way to use it as a verb. I don't think there is one. But maybe we should make one up. I parasited my way around. Yeah, that works out. Befuddled. It's an adjective. The verb is befuddle, which is a lot of fun to say. It's to be totally confused and puzzled. To befuddle someone is to purposely confuse someone else, usually by way of speech. You speak in a way that's confusing or conflicting, so they don't really know what's being talked about anymore. Now, lastly, I'm going to warn you, is our idiom of the week. It's Douglas who put the picture in here. This picture is going to live in your nightmares. Oh, my Lord. Why is he so angry? Why is he so angry? All right. The idiom of the week is to be dead serious. This is to be absolutely serious, not joking around. It doesn't mean you're dead, all right? The expression comes from you're so serious it is deadly, it could kill you, or it's so serious a thing that if you were discussing death, that's how serious you would be. So to be dead serious is to be absolutely, completely serious. This guy's so serious that he is, again, going to ruin my sleep tonight. All right, those are the words of the week. Good luck. I know you can do it. You're going to do a fine job. Goodbye. Great. Now everyone knows I can't get it to stop. This is embarrassing. It's not that embarrassing.